Thank you.
Can you explain what is this? Why are you not answering?
ये तो घंटे वाले पीरियड जो मतलब बोलने में चलते हैं
नाम भी नहीं सुना नाम भी तुम्हारा नहीं सुना पता ही नहीं कैसे करके कपड़ा सा भी होता है
ज्यादातर मैंने ये देखा है कि मतलब इतनी छूट नहीं है लड़कियों के लिए जॉब कर सके या फिर कुछ कर सके इंडिपेंडेंट हो सके
एक मशीन लग रही है काठी खेरा में सुना है आपने इसके बारे में
So that was from a 25-minute long documentary. It's called Period, End of Sentence, and it's about girls and women in rural India who got this machine that makes pads, that they can make pads with, and they can sell them, they can use them for themselves, whatever they want to do with it. And the issue here is when someone says the word period, most people think of class periods or the periods that end sentences. But there's another type, one that isn't supposed to be talked about. It isn't supposed to be commented on. It's a menstrual period, or bleeding from a girl or woman's vagina, that contains pieces of the uterine lining that was grown to support a pregnancy. Now, I don't say this to gross anybody out, but rather just to tell it flat out. This makes it so everyone's on the same page, and this is how we begin to reduce the stigma that surrounds menstruation. Periods end sentences, but they should not end the conversation about menstrual health. Around the world, there are 1.8 billion people of reproductive age. Yet half the world pretends that the menstrual cycle doesn't even exist. There's a stigma that exists that makes even saying the word period dirty and uncouth. When some girls begin their menses, they don't understand what is happening because they've had no education about it. They are never taught in school what to expect. Further, cramps, pain, and other symptoms of periods make the situation even worse. To compensate, they have no access to clean and sanitary menstrual supplies. They use magazine pages, pieces of mattresses, and worst of all, cow dung, which can be pieces of cow shit that they fashion into pads. These unhygienic solutions put girls and women at risk for urinary tract infections as well as reproductive system infections. To make it worse, many women lack private sanitary places to change their pads and manage their menses. Water challenges continue to make the situation even worse, as cloth pads take a gallon of water to clean. This water, some women have to walk miles and miles to get. And sometimes they can't use the family's water to clean it because it's seen as dirty. Their menstruation is seen as dirty, so they can't use the family's water. Now, to make the whole issue even worse, in countries like Nepal, some girls are sent to sheds to live in sheds while they menstruate. This has led to dozens of deaths in the past couple of years, according to Days for Girls. In countries like Uganda, girls miss 11% of the school year because they don't want to go to school on their period. 8% drop out of school entirely. In India, this number is as high as 23%. This dropout rate is significant because when 10% more girls go to school, their country's GDP increases by an average of 3%. But this is not just an issue in developing countries. According to IFL Science, in the United States, nearly 1 in 5 girls have missed school because they do not have access to hygienic menstrual supplies. The same statistic exists in the UK, which translates to about 137,000 girls. 137,000 girls in a developed country have missed school because of the lack of hygienic menstrual supplies. I'm going to let that sink in for a second. This is an issue that needs to be addressed. Further, in countries like Bangladesh, only 6% of girls receive education about their menses, and no schools educate boys. Some girls in Kenya might use transactional sex to pay for their menstrual products. This is according to the United Nations Population Fund. Another major issue is figuring out what to do with used menstrual products. Women can't just leave them in restrooms, and they have no way of disposing of them when at home. These are human rights problems. They're often overlooked because of the stigma that surrounds the problem, but this should be overlooked no more because it is violating Articles 1, 2, 3, 12, 19, 25, and 26 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This is all because of the stigma that exists. The stigma stigma that I'm trying to address. A period should end a sentence, not a girl's education.